Okay. God, we're so back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Pokemon motherfucking Emerald. Holy shit, we're here. Okay, well. Looks like we have to make a quick pit stop at the Pokemon Center. But welcome back to Pokemon Emerald's Professor Oak Challenge, people. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I missed the stream. How you guys doing? I'm sure I'll get some comments down the line. But yeah, welcome to another wonderful, exciting Pokemon live stream. Actually, we are gonna, real quick, I'm gonna focus on Zubat right now, because I want to get that Crobat evolution done as quick as possible. Let me see. I don't think I have anything that I can give to help with the whole friendship thing. Yeah, no. I got a rare candy, but we're gonna hold that. No. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so, unless I can make, yeah, I can't make Pokeblocks here. We're just gonna get right into it. But we are back for some more of the exciting, always exciting, Pokemon Emerald Professor Oak Challenge, where we are going to do our darndest to get as many evolutions as possible in as little time as we've got. That did too much damage. Oh boy. No, but I missed this. I really did. I do apologize for the long hiatus from the Professor Oak Challenge. You know, I had some life things I had to be, you know, dealing with. This past weekend was my engagement party, which, you know, that was real fun. Nice to have all my family around, everyone saying, you know, we look happy, which that's the most important thing right there. We had a good time. A lot of time with friends and family. We went out after, grabbed some drinks, and we went location scouting for save the date pictures yesterday, which was really fun. And yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff too. My one friend, actually, she got me a bottle of sake that I'm going to be using for a One Piece lore dump. I've been talking about this here and there, but I'm going to be doing a One Piece lore dump in 2 weeks. Not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after, so I can help catch my brother-in-law up to where my fiance and I are in One Piece, because, you know, collectively we're going to watch it together, and I figured I would make it a little, like, party event, so I'm doing, like, One Piece research. I'm going full ham on this right now, let me tell you. I have so many notes that I've been taking on One Piece. In fact, let me pull up my notes document real quick, right? It started off pretty small. Like, I've got 4 individual notes for the first arc, Romance Dawn, which, like, they have like bits and bobs in there, but as the arcs go on, there's just so much more. Syrup Village was lengthy. I'm not even done with Baratier, and it's already, like, triple the length of some of the other ones, just because so much happens, and it's so, like, densely packed. I don't want to miss anything important, because a lot of this stuff is, like, necessary for character development. Because, like, for anyone who knows One Piece, you don't get a lot of character development for someone like Zoro in Shellstown. You get his backstory, but that's about it. You don't get really much of anything for Nami outside if she doesn't like pirates in Orange Town. Okay, whatever. Syrup Village, you get Usopp, and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, you have to touch on Usopp and his backstory and his character, and you can see how he kind of develops from this meager kid who just wants to have fun to truly embodying the thing that he wants to become, which is a brave warrior of the sea. Whether or not he's a coward, he still faces the danger down at the end of the day. It's a really cool character moment. You get the introduction of the Mary, you get to learn about Kaya, you get the first real pirate threat that isn't Buggy and Klahadore, aka Captain Kuro, and you can see kind of like his master plan and how things from previous arcs now tie back into the current stuff. And then you get Baratier, you get Sanji, you get Zeph, you get Don Krieg and Geen, you get the first introduction of Mihawk and the Warlord system, you get the first instance of Arlong and Nami taking the Mary and leaving, you get the backstory, or the first backstory for Sanji, and you get some really solid character development for Zoro as well. Like, so much happens, and it's so densely packed. Plus, you get the introduction in Syrup Village of the cover stories, and that starts tying into stuff going on all the way into Baratier, and there's development for Buggy and his crew, and then Alvida. It's just, there's so much. So I'm doing a lot of work making sure I get this good. I don't want to miss a damn thing that I think would be considered even remotely important or relevant down the line, because One Piece is just that densely packed with information. But I feel like if I deliver it in a fun setting, you know, we're having some drinks, I'm making a PowerPoint presentation about it, I'm gonna stand up like a douche in front of all my friends wearing my Hawaiian shirt so I embrace my inner cyborg Frankie, the best character in One Piece. Can I get a super? You know, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to nerd out as hard as I can in front of all of my friends. And that's not to say I don't usually nerd out in front of them, because I do. I literally DM a Dungeons & Dragons campaign for my group of friends. That being said, I am ready to nerd out more than I've ever nerded out before. They've heard me gush about the things I love. They've never heard me lecture about it. And it's gonna be, like, just so rich in fun and history and lore. And because I'm lore dumping to a bunch of friends, I know they're going to enjoy it, because why wouldn't they? It's stupid, it's fun, it's silly. It's right up everyone's individual alley of, like, this is going to be a good time. So, I'm looking forward to it very much so. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff detailed out so far. I've been going back and, like, kind of rereading the earlier chapters, so that way I can not so much refresh my mind on things, because if I really think hard, I have all of One Piece, all 1,154 chapters, not in perfect detail, but, like, solid enough detail where I can recall the things that most people would deem important. But I want to make sure they get the full picture, which is why I'm going back and making sure that I have the full picture and everything is, like, really fresh in my mind. Because, yeah, if I think enough about Baratier, I'd be able to be like, oh yeah, well, you know, there's not just the introduction of Sanji, but you also get the Krieg Pirates, which is one of the first, like, massive threats to the Straw Hat crew as a whole. And then you get the introduction of Chef Zeph and the Baratier, which has some very fun side characters and a very important part of Sanji's story. You know, like, there's so much richness to that arc. And yeah, like, I would probably miss something if I just went off the dome with what I was explaining. Because, like, yeah, I could explain the story, but I'm probably going to miss that Sanji gets his ass beat by Pearl, the invincible wall, for a few minutes before Geen comes up and wrecks his shit. Which is all because Sanji saved Geen's life, and therefore he's repaying a debt to him because no one had ever been so kind. I would miss that. Not because I don't think it's important, but because it slipped my mind, because I'm so focused on moving on to the next major plot beats, you know? So I would want to make sure I got everything as precise as I could without, like, going overly into detail. You know, very much Cliff Notes, but because there's so much important in One Piece, there's just a lot of Cliff Notes. Oh, man. Well, I could go on about One Piece for ages. I don't know if anyone keeps up to date with One Piece, but Chapter 1154 just came out on Sunday, Thursday if you watch for the leaks on TCB scans like I do. And I'm not gonna say anything if anyone's, you know, gonna be anime only. I don't want to drop any, like, massively relevant, important lore in the stream chat. I'd hate to spoil it for anyone. But there was a lot of vindication that occurred with the most recent chapter. And I'm very curious to see what's going to be coming this upcoming Thursday for 11:55, because with what we got in 1154, I can only hope they expand upon it further. So yeah, we're in peak One Piece territory right now. So much important lore is being dropped, and like I'm so excited for this stuff to start getting animated eventually. Like once they get to Elbaf in the anime, I'm so hyped. I am so unbelievably hyped for when they reach Elbaf in the anime. Also, I might seem crazy, but I think we're overdue for a One Piece movie. You know, like, what? When did Film Red come out? Let me check. 2022. So it's been 3 years since the last One Piece movie. I don't think we absolutely need a new One Piece movie, but like I do miss the time where it'd be like a new One Piece movie every like 2 to 3 years, pretty consistently. And I would absolutely love to have my fiance at a point like caught up to what's going on in the franchise, where I can kind of go to the movies with her and watch a One Piece movie without fear of something getting spoiled for her. Like, she still can't watch the end of Film Red, because Film Red has Gear 5 in it. And we haven't finished one. So like, yeah, that's kind of important, you know? Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh. I might need to get more coffee in a second. Also, I would like to have the Pokemon music I was running in the background before. Unfortunately, one of the songs, or like 2 of the songs, got content ID'd by whoever made the remix. I think that's a little silly, considering that, like, it's a remix of a song owned by the Pokemon Company, so it's not like you inherently own the music, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It bothers me a little bit. So I'm gonna leave that be. If I put any music in the background, it's gonna be Undertale and Deltarune music from this point forward, just because I know Toby Fox never content ID'd that, because he has full ownership and he said people can use his music as much as they want. The only one that you can't use, I think, and even then I might be wrong, is the version of Megalovania that's in Smash, because I know they made like a specific Smash mix for Megalovania. But at the same time, he still very well might, like, fully own that one, too. God, the flinching was crazy! Hello, we love to see it. What was that? That was 3 flinches in a row? I'm not sure exactly what the odds on that one are, but I would love to know. Okay. Oh, so last week I started watching that new anime for the July season, Gachi Yakuta. It is supremely good so far. I'm really enjoying the story. The animation's fantastic. And I really like the power system they're doing with like the items that you like cherish in love, they end up getting a soul, and that soul gives you power. It's very fascinating stuff. I'm a big fan of what they're doing with it. So I would like to see more going forward. I'll definitely be keeping up with that. I still have to catch up to Vigilantes, the My Hero spinoff, because I absolutely adore Vigilantes. I read the entire manga run about a year ago. And then, what is it? I'm very excited. Kaiju number 8 is coming back for its 2nd season, and I am a huge fan of Kaiju number 8. I have not read the manga, I'm anime only, but I really enjoy what I have gotten out of Kaiju number 8 from the 1st season, so I would love to see what comes next with the adventures of one Mr. Himino Kafka and his Kaiju hunting team. It's very fascinating stuff. Quit it with the sand attacks. Oh, you punk. I need, like, wing attack or something. Oh, yeah, dude. Fuck water gun. Oh, back to what I was talking about at the very beginning. Yeah, we had our engagement party. We got some cool presents. It turns out the 2 things that you should expect the most at an engagement party in terms of gifts are money and alcohol. We got so much alcohol. So many bottles of champagne. My one friend, Dick from the Nuzlocke, who we will be seeing again tomorrow. Let's go. He bought us this, like, really expensive looking bottle of champagne. I'm afraid to ask him how much it was, let alone open the bottle. Like, Jesus Christ, it looks like a week's worth of a paycheck. I don't know, man. Like, he has never hidden the fact that he makes pretty decent money, and he also technically does come from money. Like, not like rich, but like pretty well off money, you know? And so it's a little, like, unnerving to see that much. And then we got a bunch of other bottles of champagne. We got some soju, which is really cool. And then obviously the sake, which we'll be using for the One Piece lore dump, which I have affectionately named One Pissing. I don't know why. Maybe something along the lines of we're gonna get piss drunk while we talk about anime in my living room. But hey, yeah. I'm sure you guys can probably tell by now I'm very much looking forward to it. Can we just get Golbat already? Or, like, just even another attacking move that I can use that deals super effective damage on Bug. Because right now, the only Pokemon I can hit for super effective damage is Poochyena. And it's inconsistent at best because of the fucking sand attack spam. At the very least, it's health regen too. There's a little bit of an added bonus to that. Oh, and the friend that got us sake, by the way, we're going to some like wrestling event at the Tiki Bar later, which is gonna be really fun. I think it was her idea. She's a big wrestling fan. I might have mentioned this on stream before. She's really big into wrestling, so we'll be enjoying that. Probably won't be doing too much drinking because, you know, it's a Tuesday. And, you know, my fiance has work bright and early. She's, I've mentioned that she does hair, so she's gonna be pretty indisposed. Yeah, they're busy with her today, too. A lot of phone calls. She's probably not gonna be home until almost 7 o'clock at night. There's Wing Attack. We're gonna get rid of Supersonic. We love consistent damage. Let's just hope that we can knock this out without... Yes, thank God. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got Golbat. I didn't mean to let that ride like that, but... out of practice. So, pardon me while I get back into the streamer mindset. Especially after last Wednesday. Oof, that was a little unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get to, the Friendship Evo. Because I'm not letting Morgana die at all, it's probably gonna come sooner rather than later. 0 deaths on the Pokemon definitely adds to the whole higher friendship number. Can my match call feature allow for rematches yet? I don't see any. Another Volbeat. We'd love to see that. Also, once I'm done streaming, I'm definitely going to start the process of my PowerPoints, because I'm going to need to see if I need to make more than one. Because I think Google Slides has a maximum of like 200 panels for a slideshow, and I don't think I'm going to need over 200 panels to discuss everything. I can probably fit multiple pictures in a single slide at once to kind of get the points across that I need. Ah! Phone down. It's not a time of day based thing, right? It's just friendship evo. Yeah, no, it's just friendship. Okay. I wanted to be sure, because some of these friendship evos, it's like, oh, high friendship at X time of day, and time-based things are weird in Pokemon Emeralds. Now, do I take Flying type into Lieutenant Surge's gym? I feel like that would be the funniest route. Like if I lead with a Crobat and just bite spam. Because, like, I'll outspeed every single one of his Pokemon, and depending on how high level I get, I'm probably going to one-shot, too. That real quick. Still not one-shotting Poochyena with the Leech Life, though. It's such a low-power move in this generation. I miss modern Leech Life so much. I should be biting the Oddish and the... what's its, Meryl. Take wing attack for Mise, and the occasional odd full beat. Pass on Confuse Ray. That's the one shot I want to see. This one will also make attack. Fuck it. Okay. We're almost at level 30. Hoping it doesn't take much longer after that if we hit 30 to get to our Crobat stage, because I would like to move on to another Pokemon sooner rather than later. Because let's be honest, no one wants to see me grind a single Golbat all stream long, just for the friendship, you know. You know what I could do, actually? I think you get more experience with a trainer, or more friendship with a trainer battle, so we are going to come up here. The experience yield is definitely higher, which is nice. Yep. I wonder why it is that they all have Magnemites. You know? It's gonna be like, oh, you suck at Vice Volt. And I think it's this lady. She's very hot. Your shop. So it says I have to go at it a little bit harder. But that means that we're looking good. We are nearing the ability to do things. Another battle facility. Every passing level is another step closer to the greatness that is a Crobat in my party. Seeing all these level 14 Illumise is a very nice treat. I cannot bank on that being consistent, but it is good to see it nonetheless. Oh, whoops. I did say I couldn't bank on it being consistent. Did say that. Oh, also, here's something fun. I might be seeing Superman on Friday, which would be really, really cool. I'm looking forward to that movie so much. I'm a big fan of James Gunn, and I'm a big fan of Superman when it's done correctly. I've not been a big fan of, like, the evil Superman trope in the last couple of years. I think Omni-Man's kind of an exception to that, because he's not necessarily, like, an evil Superman as much as he is, like, a Superman-esque character. But he's much more than the Superman comparison, I think. Especially with how his character gets developed in the series. No, I'm talking more like Homelander, and, you know, we had Brightburn a good couple of years back, and we've got the Injustice stuff, where they, like, really highlighted evil Superman in that. I don't know, I like the Boy Scout. I like the hero to all Superman, you know? A light for mankind. Come on. Oh, not quite. I'm getting led on here. I really am. Hoping that this goes smooth. I don't like how long it's taking to get a Crobat. I should have done this one first. I should have prioritized this over the Aggron. I know. It's very silly. Very silly. Come on. Okay. Nice super rare Seedot. Air Cutter, we will take over Astonish, I think. Another stab option. Oh, come on, I don't want to run away from the fight. Stop it. Stop running. Ay. Having the air cutter is going to be nice, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be very beneficial. Much more consistent damage off of air cutter compared to even leech life, which is really only good for the Poochyena. More consistent than Astonish, which is like the main thing for me, I think. Double Illumise, you shouldn't have. I am absolutely going to get jerked around by this Golbat, aren't I? I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. It's going to take forever to get this Crobat Evo. Level 37 is close. Will level 37 be the level? Will it work in my favor? Please and thank you. This doesn't get the Evo. I'm going to do a quick Google search. Yeah. Hamig, Kelpsie, Koala, Hondu, Greppa, and Tomatoes. They decrease effort values, but they increase friendship. Do I have any of these specific berries? No, I don't. Yeah. Womp womp. Lord in heaven, just hurry the fuck up. I don't know why I used bite there. Not to play. Oh, mind-numbing grinds. We're so back. This is what everyone's waited for, is the mind-numbing grind. Listen, it's better than Rust Turf Tunnel. I will say that for sure. This is instantly better than Rust Turf Tunnel, because at least I get semi-consistent experience off of the Illumise and the odd Volbeat. You know? Huh. Quickly now, quickly now. Make haste. Getting closer and closer to a level 40 Golbat here. Who doesn't love that? Big experience yields off of those Illumise. I wish that they were more consistent spawns, though. Like, the Oddish are not doing it for me here. It's 10 seconds here. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to a bit of tedium, shall we? No, let me move that. Come on. $110 experience. Paltry number. 292 experience. It's almost triple the experience yield from a level 14 Poochyena compared to a level 14 Illumise. 271 is also really good from level 13s. Even level 14 Oddish gives fairly decent experience. 156. Alright, that was... yeah, 156 for the level 14 Oddish isn't terrible. 107 on the Meryl is not ideal, though. Yes? To what? No, I'm streaming. I didn't see anything. Hang on 1 second. No, I know I'm streaming. I didn't see anything. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I got coffee. Because your boy's tired. We were, like I said, we were location scouting yesterday. Oh? Hello? Yes, we were location scouting yesterday, and we wound up getting caught in these like torrential downpours where we were, and we were walking on the sidewalk. So you're like, okay, you know, it was us, our one friend, who's been like doing the pictures for our wedding stuff, and one of our other friends who came along. We were walking through the main town area we were at, trying to find like a quick bite to eat, because you're like, okay, you know, we've been doing this since like mid-afternoon, not mid-afternoon, like right around like 1 o'clock. You know, we're tired. We just walked around at a completely different town, and then drove an hour to get to this one. So it's the rain caught us at such a bad time. We were just walking down the sidewalk, and we had umbrellas. Like we weren't prepared for the rain because it wasn't raining down by us. We didn't think about it going up there. But like the rain started coming down so hard and so fast. We had to duck and cover in a little building alcove while we waited for it to let up, and we realized, oh, it's not going to let up for another like 20 minutes where we are, and we're not standing in this little thing for 20 minutes while we're hungry. We want to get a move on. So like we got as close to the car as possible, and then our friend who drove, he went and got the car so he could pull around and let us in. And we just have to kind of stand there with our umbrellas kind of guarding us. Well, actually the one umbrella, because he took the other umbrella. We only had two. Kind of guarding ourselves from the weather. It was a night, let me tell you. But we had a nice dinner at a buffet, and we kind of just hung out after. My fiance and my one friend were like workshopping some music together. Our friend who's taking the pictures, he gave me a bunch of DVDs for like, it was the first two Superman movies from like the Christopher Reeve era, and then, or Christopher Reeves, right? Reeves, I think, pretty sure. As well as Superman Returns, the Brandon Routh one, and then he also gave me Batman '89, Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and then the Dark Knight trilogy. Like, it's all DVD. It's not like crazy, like, oh, like these like massive DVD Blu-ray collections. Like, no, it was like the regular DVD ones, but they're, you know, they're classic format. I love that shit. They have the director commentaries and like bonus features and stuff. Kind of shit that I grew up on. Love to see that stuff. So I'm definitely going to be enjoying my time with some of that. Come on, show me Crobat. Huh, I am getting jerked around. Let me tell you. Okay, let's try this. Come on. My cycling skills border on terrifying. You know what, buddy? Go fuck yourself. How about that? How about that? You. Well. Got an effort ribbon. King's Rock, that's pretty neat, actually. You give the energies, but those do nothing for friendship. You don't help much at all, either. There's the house in Verdanturf that it tells me about my friendship. So I've been right there the whole time. I could be doing that. Come on. Come on. There we go. Is it one of you? I don't think it is. Obviously likes you a whole lot. That doesn't help me much. Could have been using the fucking soothe bell this whole time. I'm a goddamn genius. Can you tell? I use my high IQ so efficiently. Clearly, by my goofing about One Piece that I was on about earlier. Shh, fuck you. Do I have any vitamin? Oh, whoops. Don't mind the black screen for a second there, folks. Do I have any vitamins? I do have the HP up. Won't have any effects. So I might as well just get back to the grind now that I have the soothe bell equipped. I think the number of footsteps is going to do me... The added number of footsteps, rather, is going to do me well. Like... I love me some iced mocha. I had pretty okay coffee yesterday. It was at this, like a coffee shop, bakery, cafe type of place. The coffee was fine. Like, it was just a regular mocha. I put some cinnamon in there, though. Really made it taste better. The best thing I had, though, they had this puff pastry. It was like a very soft, buttery bread, where they piped it full of chocolate icing. Or like a chocolate ganache, or something like that. Really good. Definitely better than the coffee itself. Although, I dipped it in the coffee. Great idea. Great idea. You're 156? Yeah, 156 on the level 14 Oddish. It's really not a bad value. Oh, my cat's here. He's sniffing around. What you doing, bud? Hey, buckaroony. Gotta give the boy pets, of course. Oh, here he comes. Come on. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, now we have a special guest star, my cat. Just keep your tail out of my coffee, and we'll be okay. Nope, you cannot come up here. Oh, thank goodness! All it took was one level with the soothe belt. We could have been done so much faster. We could have been done so much faster. But we have a much higher level Crobat, which is very nice. Very good. Yeah, I don't want you to learn Mean Look. Alright. Well, that is Crobat done and out of the way, finally. Very cool. I like to see that. We are going to take Doughboy. We're going to get started on our Doughboy. There are no more friendship evos for us to do it for the time. You evolve in the late 20s. You evolve in the mid-20s. You evolve at level 32, I think. We should be good. Okay. Oh, he's done. Yep. I'm gonna let you down now, because... There you go, babe. He's very fickle. He likes to sit with me sometimes. You know? Yeah, so we're still not doing as decent enough damage as I would like. Actually, we are going to equip the bike to speed up the process here. Okay. Very good. Very, very good. Way to go, Doughboy. Not risking that. Real quick, we're going to do an item check. cut down the middle, it's still 146. We'll take Vital Throw over Focus Energy. Damn. Okay, we're speed tying with the Poochyena. That's new. Well, that's not good. That's not very beneficial to me at all. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, it's a good idea. I think that's going to come in handy for dealing with the Illumise. Once I'm a high enough level, I can also deal with the Oddish, hopefully, more consistently. But, you know, for now, we'll keep switch training. Wonderful. That's what I'm here for. All that experience yield in one go, please, and thank you. Oh, okay. Yo. Double speed drop. Now beat the speed out. Woo! Doing some big damage over here. This is where we come in for the heal. Come on, there we go. No, stop. Oi, oi, oi. 14. I'm good on the fake out. Fake out would be fun, but we're not going for any particular strats here. We're just gunning for evolution. Yep. Oh, fuck your moonlight. Yes, bro. Oof. That's obnoxious. I think it's the first time I've had that one happen to me before. Off-rip poison powder. That's okay. This is level 21. Let me, for the first time in a minute, pull up my guide. It's been a while since I've pulled this bad boy up, so let's see. Okay, so we need 3 more levels. 3 more levels on Doughboy until we get ourselves a nice Hariyama. From there, I guess we'll... I think I'll do Tentacool and Goldeen for the next ones, just because they're the highest levels we got, 30 and 33 respectively. And then from there, I guess, yeah, Manectric, Gloom, and Swalot. I don't know if I'll get all of that done today, or if I'll save that stuff for next week. We should be good, though. And thankfully, without any, incoming friendship evos in this current rotation of stuff we have to get done, I think we're going to be a lot better off going forward. Obviously, this grind is taking a lot less time comparatively to, the pre-Roxanne grind, just because we have access to higher-level Pokemon. And while, granted, we're comparing level 7s and 8s to level 13s and 14s, but that, 6 to 7 level gap between Pokemon is it's game changing here, especially when you counter in we're getting a good chunk of experience per fight. 271 experience per fight is not anything that we want to cough at, even a little bit. Pass on Whirlwind. And anything that I can consistently hit for super effective damage is always appreciated. I do very much dislike having to fight these Oddish, though. Let's see. Ooh! your ability Guts? It is Guts. That's kind of awesome, I'm not gonna lie. If I could get, like, a consistent paralysis off on Doughboy, or, like, consistent burn, maybe, Guts would be good for grinding. But considering we're never going to use Doughboy again once we have him out of Hariyama, I think that's probably going to be counterintuitive to the process, so we're not going to worry about that. But I can confidently keep Doughboy in now, I think, because we're doing consistently high enough damage on the tackle where I'm not too worried about the damage that Oddish can get off with absorbs. The only thing I worry about is the poison from Poison Powder, but even then, with how much we're doing, with the Guts boost, like, it's basically inconsequential, I think. Plus, if push comes to shove, I have... Yeah, see, there we go. I have plenty of healing items that I have access to that I'm just not using. Like, here, let me actually do that real quick. We also have less than a level to go now, officially. I love pre-Gen 5 tackle. I love missing. Gricko, my fucking legs. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Legends of Antris content. Legends of Antris. Enunciate, Sage. Use your diction correctly. My evasiveness lowering should not mean I miss more. Ugh, Christ. Oh, Doughboy time. It's Doughboy time. Okay, let us go and make the quick exchange. We're gonna heal up just because we, you know, should always be healing. And we are going to do Goldeen. I think Goldeen is probably our safest bet for our next evolution, just because Goldeen is going to take the longest in comparison to everyone else, being that she evolves at level 33. Much wider gap. Kipper, I love you. Please hit. Another good thing that I'm appreciative for is that Goldeen... Does she already have it? Yeah, Goldeen has Peck, which means that we have a super effective option, not just for, you know, obviously dealing with the Volbeat and Illumise that we're going to encounter, but she also has a super effective option for Oddish, which is going to be really beneficial when we're getting towards the higher levels and we don't want to switch out. We will be able to keep Goldeen in and absolutely obliterate with one-shot Pecks. I don't know how long it's going to take before Peck one-shots consistently, and I don't have to worry about dying. But we are going to see, you know, where that threshold is by testing the waters against Illumise and Volbeat, simply because they don't have a good enough super effective option to counter Goldeen. Like, they have, you know, their one attack, I think that's it. But then they've got Moonlight and other stuff. So, you know, it'll be a good testing ground. Sorry, fiance's texting me. Fiance comes first, people. Yeah, I think just the stress of everything that we had to take care of last week is finally catching up to her physically, now that she's back to work today. So it's like, you know, it's definitely going to be physically taxing. Let me tell you, a lot goes into the setup of an engagement party. It is so stressful, and I was so stressed out on the day of until, like, everyone kind of got situated, and I had a drink in my hand. Not to say, like, I need a drink to calm down, but, like, I had my water, and I had a Mike's Hard Lemonade, nothing hard. You know, I wasn't able to sit and relax for a good bit of time when we first showed up to start, like getting everything ready, and there were people who were there before I got there. Like, she was there before me. You know, she went early because her aunt, we were at our aunt's house. Well, her grandparents' house, but her aunt was there, lived there. She did her hair and her makeup to kind of help set her up for the day, and the stress is starting to come back to me now. It was a very long, strenuous day, and I know a lot of people could kind of like see it on my face as it was kind of going. But once I kind of got to relax a little bit, you know, I got to speak to everybody, say my hellos, and, you know, bring myself down a notch. It was a lot better, and it was really cool. We got to go swimming, and we were in that water all day. Yeah, not worth the risk. We do about a third of Oddish's HP with a peck at level 11. So we're going to hold off until, I want to say, like, maybe level 16 before we start staying in to fight Oddish at the very least. I think there will be a certain level threshold where I feel more comfortable fighting the Illumise and Volbeat, though, because they can't really do much to Goldeen in terms of damage. So I'm not too worried about that. And the defense on Meryl is just too high for me to consider staying in at this point, too. That's the annoying part about this, is how little damage I'm able to get off at the early part during the Switch training portion. Yeah, Moonlight all you want. I don't actually mean Moonlight all you want. Good God! I mean, it's good to get that little extra notch of experience for Flola exclusively. But good golly. Not a single Moonlight in sight. We love to see it. Still don't trust enough to stay in for that Oddish, though. That's still too early, I think. Yeah, that Absorb would have done too much damage. Level 14, we like that. We like that. Let's see how this looks. Negligible. but we got... Oh! Damn it! Alright. There's no point in staying in for that. We're gonna Mach Bite here. Alright, we do a little... On a high roll, we're doing half with Peck. The Moonlight's a bit annoying. Knock it off. There we go. Okay. Volbeat. See, Volbeat's gonna be real obnoxious. Double team spam. Not my favorite. I think the only consistent way to take out the Volbeat is if we can outspeed the Volbeat. Is going to be my issue there. Ooh. Good damage. 2 crits in a row. And a 3rd crit just to Okay. Horn Attack, we are going to take Tail Whip out of the equation here. Good neutral damage. Okay. That's what we were really looking for. Okay. I know that Peck isn't going to be consistent. Yeah, you know, I see that they just did the revision recently for, what's it called? Donkey Kong 64. One of my fellow RA content creators and streamers, Galaxius, he actually just did a video on the set revision, which I haven't checked out his video yet. I'm going to have to look at that later once I'm done streaming, but he's great. Also, welcome to the chat. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, the Oak Challenge achievements, they are quite time-consuming, I will say that, but they're also not, like, inherently difficult, which is what I really enjoy about it. It gives me a lot more, like, freedom. And I get to kind of play the game in a way I never really have before, and kind of use Pokemon in interesting, more unique scenarios. Like, I've never thought about bringing a certain type of Pokemon into a gym fight. For instance, I brought an Exploud to fight Roxanne when I finally did get to beat her. It was very cathartic to absolutely obliterate her team after spending literal hours upon hours in Rusturf Tunnel. Not fun. But yeah, best of luck to you on the Donkey Kong games. I'm not sure which one you're working on right now. But I know that some of those sets are pretty challenging. So yeah, good luck on getting out those Chivo grinds. I certainly like seeing other people grind out Chivos. I think it's very fun and rewarding. And I'm very happy to see RetroAchievements getting a lot more notoriety these days. I know we just recently broke 102,000 members on the site, so that's pretty good. In fact, let me do a quick look at the website here. We just broke 103,000 members on RetroAchievements. Very cool. Very, very cool. We are living in a renaissance for retro gaming right now. Especially with the addition to the flash cart reader, or not flash cart, the cart reader for Game Boy and Game Boy Advance that now has RetroAchievement support. So cool. We're really seeing like a new era of retro gaming. Because, I mean, not to say that Game Boy is the same kind of retro as like an NES, but we're at a point where the Game Boy Advance is what qualifies as like a retro console these days, and I think that's insane. You know, growing up as a kid, retro to me was always, you know, the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. And now to know that my childhood is considered retro by some metric. Very funny. Very odd. Not to say I'm against it. I'm very excited to see, like, a whole new generation of people go back and look at these games that, you know, maybe their parents played, which I find, like, that's so crazy to think about. And I'm not that far off, being that I'm getting married next year. Like, I'm in that age range of people who, like, they're gonna be showing their kids the games they grew up on with the GameCube and the Wii. Like my kids are gonna one day be like, oh, what games did you play when you were little? And I'll be like, oh, here's New Super Mario Brothers for the DS. And they're like, what's a DS? Like, it's fascinating. Time. How everything just, it marches on, and you don't realize how far that march has gone until you really look back. You know? But I'm excited for the future of retro gaming. And the future of gaming in general. Even if Nintendo isn't fond of retro gaming unless it's done directly under their approval, Nintendo can suck an egg, frankly. I own Pokemon Emerald physically, so, you know, I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to do. I'm just saying, if Nintendo wanted us to not play their older games on, by means of downloading emulators and ROMs and all that, maybe they should make their games more readily available. You know, maybe put Pokemon games on Nintendo Switch Online. You have the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. All I'm saying is you can do more than give us Pokemon TCG and Pokemon Red Rescue Team. Give us Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Let Americans play Pokemon Green for the first time. Show them your buggy mistakes. Yeah, you know? I would love to have access to something like Pokemon Green on my Nintendo Switch, just so I can be like, look guys, this is what kids in Japan got when they got Pokemon for the first time. It's broken! You know, like, and I've played Pokemon Green before. Not saying I haven't experienced the bugginess by hand. While I've never personally owned Pokemon Green, I had a friend who had a copy of Green, and he let me play it. This is going back, like, over a decade now. But it was very interesting to see that, and, like, I owned a copy of Pokemon Yellow in Japanese. I got it imported. You know, so I've played the OG all the way back, like, 90s Pokemon. Stop moonlighting, you shit! Okay, so we only need 11 levels to go before our Goldeen evolves into Sea King. Based on the time, I have a feeling that it's probably going to be the last one I evolve today, just because we're within that, like, half-hour range where I'm kind of gearing up to wind down from stream and end things for the day. I do have other things I have to take care of today. I have to work on my PowerPoint presentation for my One Piece lore dump I'm doing for my friends next week. Not next weekend, the following weekend. So that's always exciting, but that's gonna take up a lot of time. I still have a lot of research and, like, relearning certain things to do before I can confidently say I'm ready for it. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But I gotta start the process on that, because I'm not even 100 chapters into my, like, refresh of One Piece, and I already have so many notes. Haven't even hit the Grand Line yet. Who's Laboon? I don't know. I did not mean to horn attack, but it worked out okay. We'll get rid of Supersonic. Ooh. The poison powder miss. Very good. Getting off some big damage from Flail, too, thanks to the low HP. We get another lucky Illumise in here. We... Oh, ooh, held on just barely enough. Yeah, lucky Illumise would probably give us the push we need for the level up here. I'm gonna Flail. Say fuck it. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. One more after this, and then we gotta go heal. Good, okay. Let's real quick take a quick stock of our pickup items. We got a repel, that's okay. Great ball, always could use more capture items. Low. A repel, again, that's okay. And a super potion. Not bad. Not bad. We're still waiting on our first rare candy gain, which we have yet to see. But, you know, we'll get that eventually. We will. Okay. I'm gonna horn attack here, just because I don't want to use all my pecs. Actually, you know, we're making pretty good pace. I don't think I'd mind grinding Tentacool either. Now that I'm seeing, like, the speed at which we're gaining the levels. It's not, like, an astronomical pace, but I think we're on a good enough track where, like, I'm okay doing that extra push. If we go over 330, I don't care. We'll have accomplished more if I do that. Which is really what the name of the game here is accomplishing and leveling up. You know. We're one-shotting Merrills now, too, which is pretty good. Okay, that's fine. We'll do a Flail. Okay, level 28. That is 5 levels left to go. Okay. Come on, then. Have at ye. Avast ye, scurvy dog. Or scurvy hyena. Okay. We will take Fury Attack over Water Sport. That is one more damaging move in our arsenal, which means one more way that we can take out opponents. How much power points do I have? 20. Okay, not bad. We'll flail here. Okay. We're almost at level 30. There's level 30. Okay. 3 more levels to go. And then we will have a Sea King. Great, okay. Let me get to level 31 before I have to go heal. I don't think I will, but it would be nice. No, it's not happening. That's okay. Okay, 2 levels left. Game, can you do me a solid? Can you just give me, like, a couple Illumise real quick? Just so I can really, like, rapid fire through. If you would be so kind. I'll even take a Volbeat. Okay, well, there's 32. One more level for the push. Come on. Come on, just a little bit. We're right there. We're right there, and then we have a Sea King. And then I never have to look at this Pokemon's back sprite ever again. Until I inevitably do another Professor Oak challenge that has a Goldeen in one of the capture slots. Flola! Flola is evolving! Flola is evolving! Maflola oblongata! Alright. We got ourselves a Sea King. We can go... I don't care. We can go now and do this. Pick up our Barbara. And deposit like such. Okay. Now this is where the fun begins. More Switch training! Come on. Okay, level 8. This one's definitely going to be a longer grind. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Silently hoping for some rare candies from either Sniffer or Snoofer one of these days. No, just hyper potions. I don't feel like looking it up, but she's gonna have to learn a new move eventually. Come on. Poison stinging supersonic. Ugh. I lost the stream there for a second. One second. Hello? Okay, so it's still picking up my audio. That's good. I did not mean to do that again. Oh boy. Constrict. That's handy. What? I mean, it's a damaging move, so I guess it's something, but I would like something a bit better than Constrict, perhaps. I don't know. Beggars can't be choosers. I just wish I had, like, a lucky egg. Make this so fast. And if I had a lucky egg, I could offset the difference with an experience share and use that to grind up one of my Zigzagoons in the background. Barbara's at level 14. That's a start. Shush. Okay, level 15. Oh, okay. Get one more. Oh, yeah. It's horrendous. Can I teach her anything? I can teach her Thief. A damaging move is a damaging move. this is real quick. Okay, whatever. Man, fuck off. This game is making me regret choosing to say, yeah, I can grind out Tentacool. It's fine. Okay. Back to the switch grind. At least Barbara's getting the bulk of the experience by doing that. Yeah, I think having the experience share split the grind 75-25 instead of 50-50 is going to be better overall. Just do that. Fuck off with your poison powder. Alright. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Right back. I'm back. Actually, I'm not back yet. There we go. man. It's not making too much noise, is it? Nope, it's not. Okay. What am I doing? I just want this Pokemon to be able to function, maybe, without needing to switch. If that is at all possible. And of course, I'm getting like no experience from some Pokemon, which is great. Oh my god! Fuck off! Yes? It's not like the best move in the world, but it's certainly going to do more damage. God, if only Meryl were fairy type in this gen, man. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some super effective poison damage. I'm glad to realize now that I hard counter Oddish at least. Like, it can damage me with Absorb, but Sweet Scent and Poison Powder do nothing. Do I have any paralyzed heals? So I gotta use one of my cherry berries. 10 levels. 10 levels, and then we are free of this curse. Oy vey. Ooh, another Illumise. Okay, we love that. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Okay. This is where we go heal. Okay. Okay, level 22. 8 levels. 8 more levels. And then we are done with Tentacool. Barbara will finally be able to go back in the box. And I'll definitely be calling it after that. Now that we can actually use her in fights, it's definitely going to be a little bit faster. Granted, it's still not going to be, like, anywhere close to the fastest grind in the world. Just because she seems to be in a pretty slow experience group based on the speed at which she's gaining levels compared to Goldeen into Sea King. It's not the worst in the world. I've definitely dealt with harder grinds because obviously, you know, that fucking X-Cloud pre-badge 1 was not fun. But, you know, we're looking better. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. We're really playing it risky, but like I want to get as much natural experience as I can out of this. Oh my god. It's mostly these Poochyena that have been giving me as much trouble, you know? Like, I don't fear the Illumise at all. Volby is probably more tedious than Illumise, if anything, simply because of double team. And then the Poochyena, it can spam Sand Attack and then buff itself to high health. Yeah, that's the only thing that I worry about with the Illumise, is the Moonlight spam. Level 24. I think I want to keep healing after every level, just because you know, it's not as fun of a grind as the Goldeen was, not as direct. Okay. Ooh. Yep, that's good. And Poison Stings are finally doing more damage too, which is really nice. We are gonna heal here real quick. That's what we like to see. Yeah, we'll do Bubble Beam over Constrict. Absolutely, we will. Poison Sting still has the utility of poisoning. Acid is my highest damage stab poison move, but the Bubble Beam is going to be great for dealing some more consistent damage on Illumise. Yep. Okay. That's good. Go. Push to level 27. Come on. Gotta heal here. I don't want to use up all my healing items. Should be level 27 here. No, next one. Ooh, crit. Come on. Level 28, 2 levels. 2 levels left. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Four more of these. 3 more of these. 1 more of these. Okay. Okay, last level. With the final push here, and we can finally move on from this Pokemon, and then we'll end up stream there. That's what I like to see. Oh, so close. Just a few more fights, and then we should be golden. Oh, there it is. You want to learn rap now? No. Barbara is evolving. Oh, thank God. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 evolutions done today. It's not our record by any stretch, but it's certainly not bad. And you still really want to learn rap, huh? Well, we are gonna go do this. Gonna pick up Gumball here. Alright, well, this has been the Professor Oak Challenge for the day. I wanted to thank anyone who came out to today's stream. I always appreciate it. Tomorrow, we'll be back for some more of the 4-man Nuzlocke, where hopefully we do not get our stream interrupted by any unfortunate power-related issues. And then Friday, it's looking like we're still set for our garbage bin, but depending on how I feel, I might just say screw it and do another stream of the Professor Oak Challenge, because I'm just having so much fun with it, man. I really am. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for the 4-man Nuzlocke. Thank you so much for coming out, and have a wonderful rest